Look at that. All right. Hello, stampers. I'm a little bit early because I knew it was going to take me a minute to get this set up, and hopefully I'm going the right direction. I didn't know that I was on either. It's okay. We're just going to go with it. That gives me time to get the YouTube page up, and then I can see the comments. Where does YouTube live on the iPad? Let's just do this. We'll just go here. Let's see. Find me. Uh-oh, this isn't even me. Ah! Switch account. Do all channels, maybe? All right, bear with me. I'm gonna try to get this set up, but that's why I started early, so it's okay. Switch accounts, add account maybe? There it is. I don't know that I've ever logged into the YouTube on my iPad. I think it's letting me do it. It's thinking. Google can recover. I just want you to go to YouTube. There, no, it didn't do it. Urgh. My kid has learned how to hiss this weekend. And so if you hear her in the background, she's pretending to be a cat. There it goes. I think I got it to work this time. View my channel. There I am. Okay. Oh, now we gotta turn the sound off. There actually wasn't a huge delay. That was impressive. Okay. Let me share this over to Facebook, and then we can get started. Let's put this here. And then I'm gonna put it over on our catalog page. We did start listing the videos as public, so it should be easier for you guys to find us. At least that is the hope. Copy link. And we're gonna go over here to the catalog launch. Okay. I am live on YouTube. Whoop. Okay, so now everybody should be able to find me. I'm right there. We got that going. I have the comments up now. So now I can see all the things, I think. There it is. Hey, Kim and Susan. Thanks for hopping on and watching. We're gonna play with Adventurous Sky tonight. This one is really, really cute. Hey, Jane. So this one is a bundle, and it comes with the dies when you do the bundle. I feel like my lighting is a little off. I'm at Mom's house and we had a light go out, and of course it was in the center of the room, so it feels a little bit dark, but it's gonna be okay. We're gonna make do. Sorry, there was a giant glue dot and it was driving me nuts. All right, so we're gonna be working with Adventurous Sky, and then I'll just go ahead and show you these dies really quick because they're super cute. So you have these that cut out the stamped images. So you have the clouds, you have the planes. There's one for all the little planes, and all the little clouds have one. But then you also can build your airplane. So it has these two pieces where you just need some paper, and then you can build the airplane, and then also the propellers. And then, oh, where'd that little piece go? There's a little banner dude. So I just thought this was another little banner, but it's not just a banner. And this is not a kickstand for your airplane. because I didn't know what this was. So this is the little piece, you know, those little banners that fly across the beach. So it goes like this. So you're gonna attach this guy to your airplane, and then your little banner matches up here perfect so that you can have it flying behind your airplane. And so I did a sample where I have it so that it's sitting behind the airplane. So that's that little stick piece that looks like a kickstand, and it matches up with that banner piece so that it can hold your banner behind your airplane. And then this one, I attempted one of those like penny slide cards, so they kind of go woo. There's not quite enough room on my card for it, but the idea was there, and it's still cute. I still like that it slides back and forth. So that is this airplane, and this is the stamped image cut out. So there's that. All right, let me move these guys out of the way so that I don't lose any of these pieces. I'm gonna put those in there. It is really cool, Jane. I didn't know what that, I thought it was like a kickstand or like an extra like landing gear or something for the airplane. Like when you're building the pieces, like these guys. Oops, my propellers came out of nowhere. Let's stick these guys back in here before I lose them. So these guys are the ones where it doesn't cut out the image, you build your airplane. So you have your little pieces, and I was thinking like it was like a kickstand or something. I don't know. It wasn't looking right to me. I was like, I don't know what this thing is for. Because it's like it's too long to be landing gear, but it's the little dude. So the circle goes underneath of your airplane like that, and then your little banner guy, I don't think I have another one cut out, but it matches up, that pointy corner matches up perfectly on there so that it can be flying behind your airplane. Okay, so we are going, it's a really cute set. He's at his mom's house.
You weren't supposed to hear me.
Oh, sorry. Adeline is here playing with Lolly and Pop. Oh, this is a suite, and so it also has coordinating DSP, and this is really, really good paper. Even if you don't like airplanes and want nothing to do with the airplanes, it's just a really good set. So you have all these really good patterns, and then there are some airplane type themed papers on the other side. But what I really like, so there's that one, there's the clouds. We're gonna play with that one. I like this one. Oop, there's my hair. It looks like layers of like metal that's been nailed down, and it looks really cute if you cut your propellers out of that. And I even cut like the body of the airplane out of that too. I thought that looked cool. But I like this piece, and I thought I would show you this one really quick. Just because I love when they give us these, because this in my brain is like simple cards that I can just pull out without having to really have a stamp set other than like maybe some sentiments. And they just make it super easy. It does make me sometimes sad because the back side is usually really good too, but I love that this is just an easy, quick way to get some cards done. So this one in particular, if you cut it at 4. Do it at 4 inches, and you should be able to line, I'm trying to do it so you guys can see too, but if you line up your seam in the center of your track, that's where your blade is gonna cut, but it should be at about 4. So when you cut it, and that one I was a little off because I turned it when I was in the camera, but then you have your 3 pieces, and this one's gonna be crooked because I cut it crooked. That was me. So go back to 4. There we go, that was better. And then you can cut, these little rectangle guys are at 3. This is probably the only measurement that I'm gonna give you the entire live, because this is just the DSP. So then you have these little pieces. These are the same size as our Memory and More card packs, which I think is really cool, but it's already in your designer series paper. All you have to do is cut it out. I'm gonna fix this piece. What did I do?
Left your damn shoes here.
I'm sorry. I'm live, you know. Adeline is apparently getting into things and stressing Lolly out. Alright, so we're gonna pull these out super fast. Okay. So then I paired these pieces with my note card and envelope. It is really good for men's cards too. But I just paired these with my little note cards, and I just trimmed off a little bit so that it fits perfectly. I put them on a little layer of cardstock. But then I had 1, 2, 3, 4, ooh, where'd it go? 5. And it was actually 6, but I realized after the fact, I thought I was picking up an extra card, and I really wasn't. It was the back of this one. But I was gonna have 6 cards, and all I had to do was I added a plane on this one and some words, and I built a plane and put some words. But all of this other stuff is just straight, it's just the paper all by itself with one piece of cardstock, and you have 5 simple cards that you could just get knocked out. Birthday cards, just because cards. Just, it makes it super, super easy. So there's that. I also liked these little tag pieces, and that's actually, we're gonna use one of those guys for the first card that we're gonna make tonight. So we have this guy. This is my attempt at an interactive card. And so he just kind of goes like that. So he doesn't move a whole bunch, but he moves just enough to kind of give you the idea that he's an airplane and he's flying. So we're gonna make this one. So here is our card base in boho blue, and we're gonna take our boho blue ink pad, and where did I put those stamps? We're gonna make our cloud background. So we have that cloud and this one. There's also this other tall fluffy cloud, but I really don't like him. He looks funny to me, and so I'm just gonna use these other ones. So we're gonna use the big cloud and the little cloud. He fits on here, I know he does. There we go. All right, and we're just going to add some clouds in here. You don't want them to be too straight or too lined up. You want them to kind of be shifted a little bit. You don't want them like in a straight line. I think I'll put one right here too. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go in and fill in with my little baby cloud and those little naked spots. I really don't have to worry too much about the middle because we're gonna cover up most of that anyway. That's probably good. Oh, I feel like I need one more right there. Okay, so there's our clouds. We can put this guy away. And we're gonna take, and actually I don't even know that I cut, look at that. I didn't even finish cutting this out of this paper. I started to. So we're gonna use this little tag piece that was in our designer series paper. And I really liked this gray. You probably can't see it just yet because I do my paper trimmer upside down. But I liked this gray check one, and then I'm just gonna take my scissors and cut these little notches like that. And like that. And then I cut a piece of Mossy Meadow to layer on top of this. Uh-oh, where's my glue? Please hold. I think Adeline stole my glue earlier. I'm pretty sure it's in the living room still. She likes to play with them. I'm just gonna use Mom's glue. Okay, so glue. We're just gonna line him up on here. You can get super technical and pull out your paper trimmer and try to make these super straight. I'm just gonna use my paper snips because nobody's got time for that. There we go. And actually, it's got a little bit extra on the top. I might use the paper trimmer for that one because that one will be a little bit, I'm gonna be able to see that better. That's better. Okay, so now we have this cute little layer. And then to get our little mechanism down, we have to have a hole in this guy. And I had some people that were cutting this out with like an X-Acto knife. We do have a cool little knife tip for our take a pick tool. I don't have that. Here we go. And I figured if you were already buying the bundle, you already have these dies. So we're going to use the little baby cloud in here. It's just the right size for dimensional to fit, which is what you need. If you have a circle die or a square or flower or something that's going to make that size, you just need it big enough for dimensional to fit in the middle. But this cloud that comes in this bundle is the perfect size. So I'm gonna run this through super fast. I wanted you guys to be able to see that. And so I didn't do that one ahead of time. Oh no, where'd the plate go? Here it is. All right, so we're gonna run. through. Okay. And I only have to run it through once, and it cut through my designer series paper and my cardstock. It doesn't have to be super perfect. I just roughly went in the center of my paper. Let me put this over here so I don't lose the baby cloud. Okay, so there's that. We're going to put dimensionals on the back of this piece because we need it to be lifted up so that our little strip-a-doodle handle shaker doodad that moves our airplane has room to move, but we don't want to do like down the middle because then our piece won't work. Oh, she is tired. She is cranky. And I think she's teething. It is just all the things. And I just took a scrap piece of paper. On my sample, I had a piece of the smoky slate. I'm just gonna use the boho blue because that's what I have sitting in front of me. And sometimes that's what we do. We just use what we have. Okay, so we're just gonna line that up about, actually, I'm gonna move it up just a little bit, like that. Because I'm gonna put some more dimensionals like this. And that's gonna kind of help hold our piece of paper so that it stays in here so that our airplane isn't doing crazy flying tricks in the sky. I'm actually gonna go right here because that'll also kind of help keep it so that it's just a back and forth movement. We're not looking for huge like air show tricks or anything. Okay, so we're gonna put that just like this so we can line up our airplane. We probably should build an airplane. That would be helpful. I'm gonna do this one. I really liked how it looked when I when I cut it out of the designer series paper. So we're gonna build one that has that texture. I'm just gonna poke out these little leftover pieces. All right, now this one is, because of the way that this one is designed, you don't really want to use an adhesive sheet on this unless you're going to lay this completely flat on your layer, but we are going to dimensional this and it needs to be able to move. So if we're just assembling it and we need our airplane to be popped up, we only need glue on this little piece right here. And like you can do a little bit on his little propeller tip thing and this back fin. That's not a technical term for an airplane. You can do a little bit on his wheels. But if you put glue here, you're going to be gluing to your scrap paper or your card, and then it will not do what you want it to do. Oop, come on, little dude. And I'm using the liquid glue because that way I can kind of wiggle it where I need it to in case I do what I did and it goes on crooked. There we go. All right, so there's our airplane. Then we're gonna dig out some propellers that we have in here. And I also cut these out of that cool metal paper just because I liked the way it looked. And the die, when you get it, it punches out 2 of them. So you can have a double propeller plane or you can have one. But you just need the smallest dot of glue. And there's actually a little, the shape of your propeller matches exactly with the center part. So it'll cover it up exactly where you need it. And you can leave it 1 or you can do 2. I like it with 2. So we're just gonna do another little baby dot. And we're just gonna line him up. And he fits on there just right. Adeline's throwing toys over the gate. Okay, and you could even add a little bit of ink to this. Let's see, I don't know that I have a sponge or anything over here. I think that's what I did originally. Hey, Adeline, one moment, please. I know there's a brush over here. Adeline was eating it earlier.
You wanna play? Be a cat.
Here we go.
Come on. What do you need?
I just needed a brush. Okay, make sure this one doesn't have, it looks green, but you can just kind of take it and brush it a little bit and it'll give it a little bit of dirt. It'll also kind of brighten it up a little bit so that it doesn't look so flat. I know that kind of sounds backwards, lightening it up, but it does. I just feel like it highlights the airplane just a little bit. It gets in all those little grooves from you cutting the paper out. Get it in there really good. And then just kind of brush down. Get our little propellers. There we go. It just has a little bit more dimension now. So we're gonna come back to our little mechanism. I don't know that I like it in the blue. I think we might need to find a green piece. Please hold. Yep, we're gonna use this green piece right here. We just need a little strip of doodle. It doesn't have to be big. That's better. So we're just gonna stick it in the window like that, and we're gonna take one of our dimensionals and place it on there and peel the backing off. And then we're just gonna line our airplane up. As you can see, he shifts a little bit, he covers up the hole. That's what we're looking for. All right, and then we can peel off all of these guys. What color was that ink pad? It was smoky slate, the gray. Okay, I probably should have stamped my words on there, but it's okay. We can still do things. Okay, so it's gonna go like that, or make sure our little stick piece is not underneath of our dimensionals when we do that. That way he can still wiggle, wobble, and move around. And then you just cut this to the size that you want. If you had a cool little punch, you could put a little punch in here. I think we're gonna go on an angle this time. And you just go like that. He's flying. All right, now we're gonna add some clouds. So I just, I cut out some vellum clouds. Let's see, I want a little baby one. Little baby cloud. All right, and we're gonna do some glue dots. And I know I have those up here because I used them. Glue dots, where did you go? I really did have everything organized and everything was together and ready. And I don't know what I did with them. So we'll just use glue, it's fine. I'm gonna end up finding those glue dots as soon as I do this, but it's okay. Just when you go to glue down these clouds, you wanna make sure you don't stick it like in the middle of the cloud, because we're gonna put some bling on top of this, and if you put it in the middle of the cloud, it just looks weird. Like this one, I felt like I did it like directly in the center because my brain was wanting to put the glue there, but then when I covered it up so you wouldn't see the glue with the pearl, then it just looked like I put a pearl in the middle of the cloud, and I didn't really care for that. So this time I kind of shifted over a little bit. And we're gonna put one up here. Now we have some little vellum clouds in here. Yes, Susan, if you're gonna do this for a class, I would just cut the tags. You can just do rectangles and cut off the edges, because that's really all this is. It's just a rectangle, and then you just cut the corners and you have a tag shape. Unless you're cool with everybody having a different tag. We did have, oh, I don't know if they're still current, but we did have dies that did this essentially, that made a bunch of tags that were about this size. But you could just do a rectangle and have them trim off the edges, and then you could recreate it, because there's actually a piece of paper in this designer series paper that's very similar. It's in blue. There's a wider check, or even like this metal one would be really cool. If you just did the rectangle and trimmed off the edges to make a tag, it would work. You could totally make it work. And then you can just show them how, you know, if they purchased it, you know, if they purchased their own pack of paper, they would have those tags that they could do at home that were already ready. So, and then, or the dies, you can show them how to use the dies too. So it's just one of those things you can kind of add a little extra marketing in there. Okay, so we have this. I'm gonna add some words in here. Let's stamp them in, let's do that in navy. I feel like we got a lot of balmy, or not balmy, but boho blue going on. Let's add a little bit of a darker color. And we're gonna do, I like this one. You're the best, plain and simple. It makes me giggle on the inside just a little bit. I love a good pun. On my original one, I had stamped my words on this designer series paper, but I think we're just gonna, oh, I think my cloud might be in the way. Mr. Cloud, you are in the way. It's okay. We're gonna grab some white and we shall make it work. Actually, I think I can make this guy work. There's my white. There's something about hearing your baby cry in the background that just makes you feel a little flustered. So I apologize. Ah, that's crooked. I don't like it. There we go. That's still crooked, but it's better than it was. I'm just going to use my paper trimmer and cut this down to the size that I want it, which is not even probably a real number. I just eyeball it until I'm happy. That looks good to me. Is vellum still current? I don't know, Brenda, is it? Like, I feel like it is. Surely they wouldn't have taken vellum away. Did they? Who wants to Google that? If it's not, then I apologize. Then, if you purchase, if you spend the $50 and you get the card kits, I will give you vellum because I have vellum. I didn't even catch that, Brenda. That's crazy. I'm double checking because not that I don't trust you guys, but like that really hurts my heart. We got rid of all of the vellum?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me? Read the updates. Is that really what she said? It is gone. There is no vellum. Well, I'm sorry. You probably have some laying around. Because if you are all crafters, you probably bought it at some point. We've had it multiple times. They had different little packets that you could put it in. And again, if you spend $50 and you get the card kits, I would be happy to give you some vellum clouds or some vellum so that you can make clouds. Okay, so that's this one. And we can add some little gems in here. And these are current because these are brand new. So these are those smoky slate pearls. And I just think they're so cute. And like, I felt like it was still masculine enough that you could make this a boy card and it's not like sparkly blingy, but it made my card feel better because I just needed some bling. We're actually gonna add a bow to this too because I couldn't find my hole punch to cut that out to make that hole look better. And so I'm just gonna cover it up. And we're gonna do that the way that I like it, which is with a double bow. And this is current because I looked this up because I was worried that this wasn't current. It was Brenda. I went Susan. I think Susan and Brenda. I was like, man. I tried really hard too. I was like, I went in, I was making sure my twine was still, because this is the baker's twine that comes in like the multicolor pack. So I think this is actually like gray granite, but it works. This is like wanting to be all twisty. Okay. This is not my best bow. You know what's wrong? I didn't cut this one. That's why. Boop. How many vellum clouds? I did 2. And you can do as many as you want. You can also stamp the clouds and cut them out with the paper. It would have been just as cute having the little clouds in here like this. We'll do that on the other card, I think. Skip little bunny, skip, skip. They're singing songs out there. I think those cats took my glue dots because they are not up here. And they were. There they are. They were across the table. All right, glue dots. Whoop. Stick to my finger. We're just gonna cover up that little hole, just like that. It's not my best bow. I'm gonna try to force it into what I want it to be now that it's glued down. That's an extra, the loop went up underneath. There we go. Okay, so there's that one. Super cute. I was really bad. I didn't do insides. You could totally add a strip of your designer series paper. You could stamp a little airplane on the inside. Super cute. 2 different ways. One with designer series paper for the airplane body and one with Night of Navy. both end up being really cute. I think I like it better on the white than on the designer series paper. At least I think that darker blue just really worked. Will we have access to directions for this? Yes, if you place your $50 order, then you get the PDF and the card kits. Or I think it's $35 if you just want the PDF, if I'm remembering that correctly. But otherwise, no, we weren't posting the measurements, specific measurements. Okay, we're gonna do this one next. I really like this one.
And if they're on the pearls, they're going to get the PDF for free anyway.
If they're on the pearls, they're gonna get the PDF for free anyway.
He didn't have a pearl yet.
So yes, Susan, you will be getting access to these directions. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. All right, so when you open this one up, you have a little airplane. He pops out. It's super cute. This is a corner fold, fun fold. Yeah, you're a demonstrator. I was pretty sure, Susan. Thank you, Chrissy. The delay. All right, so we're gonna do this one. We're gonna start with a regular card base, fold him in half. And I'm not technical. I can't do technical. So we're going to stick this on here. Hold on, let me refresh my brain. It's spinning currently. You know the little spinny dude that pops up when you're in the middle of something on a computer? That's what my brain feels like right now. I'm trying to remember, how did I do this? Here we go. Let me make my template again really quick. Boop. Okay, I was pretty sure. I made this a couple days ago. You've got to do this one. It's easy. It's easier than it looks. And I need a pencil. You know what? I don't have it. It's okay. We're just going to trim this. I'm going to take my paper trimmer. I'm going to lay my sticky note on here on an angle so that we're cutting a triangle. Triangle done. We're going to keep this piece because this is going to be our template for cutting everything. I just tore my paper trimmer apart. It's fine. I don't need it. Okay, we're going to stick this on here. We're going to go like that, so that we have our angle, and we're gonna stick this back under the paper trimmer, and we're going to line up this edge on the trimmer and do the scoring blade. I'm buffering, yes, my brain is buffering. It is a really good set, Ingrid, it really is. It was one of those things, so like it originally was not on my list. When we were planning the catalog launch, I was assigned this one. It was not one that I probably would have picked, but it's super cute and I'm glad that I got it. All right, so if you saw what I just did, I hope you saw what I did. All I did was line up this edge with my paper trimmer track and then used the scoring blade. Now I can move this, but don't lose this. We need it again. You're gonna bend it, open, pop it in. You have a corner fold. It was not super technical. If you do it like me, see, like this one is not the exact same size as this guy, like where the angle is, but it was still going to fit in an envelope. So if you're not doing like any sort of measurements or anything, then they're just gonna be different every time, and it's fine. It's still gonna work. All right, so I'm gonna set that aside. I have 3 pieces of the same designer series paper because we're going to use this in various ways. So this is gonna be my front. I'm going to stick my template back on here like that. And we're gonna take this to the paper trimmer and cut on that line. So we're gonna line it up. I don't need you. We're not scoring, we're cutting. We're gonna cut it off like that. Save your template because we're gonna need it again, and save your triangle because we're going to use it. And then this guy should layer perfectly. Okay, so we're gonna glue him down. Glue. want to get any right there. Let's see, I got it. Oh, you got it in your first pre-order? That's so cool. Okay, so there's our front. And then we're just going to add our words while we're here. And we're gonna do, where did my words go? Okay, there. We're gonna do the "You Are the Best" plain and simple, just because I like this one. It makes my brain happy. There we go. You're the best, plain and simple. If you do it in Night of Navy on this particular piece of the designer series paper, it pops up really nicely. We'll go ahead and build an airplane again really quick. Every now and then these little triangles hang out in the corner. You just gotta pop them out again. But they're super easy. Otherwise, this was an easy die to do. Like you only had to run it through once, and like you didn't have a bunch of pieces that got stuck in here. Because you guys all know I do not like die cutting. It is not my favorite thing in the world, so I like easy dies, and these are definitely easy dies to work with. All right, so again, we're gonna glue him, and then we're gonna dimensional this guy, so we're just gonna glue in those little sections that stick directly to the airplane. So a little on the wheels, a little on this front piece, and you can go up a little higher, but with all the, like, it's scored, and I didn't want it to the glue to seep through. Okay, so we're gonna line up our wheels, line up our nose, and line up our back fin, like that. All right, we're gonna dig out some more propellers. There's one and two. Little baby dot of glue. All right, and we'll do one more little baby dot of glue. It'd be really easy if you had your take-a-pick tool so that you could just use that little goopy side. I'm gonna space these out a little bit more this time, just because he's tiny and he's hard to hold on to. And you can also do, it's okay. She's definitely singing, yeah. Adeline is ready for bed, and her daddy went, I think, to go watch a TV show with his mom and dad. So she is with me at Lolly's house. And so I won't keep you guys super long because I know that she needs to go to bed or she's going to be super cranky tomorrow. She turned 1 last Monday, and she turned into a tantruming, hissing toddler overnight. Okay, where are dimensionals? Who saw where I threw my dimensionals? I found some. It looks like I literally threw them across the table. Okay, we're gonna peel those off. Don't fall. There's that. I wonder. I have.
Thank you.
Where'd it go? There it is. I have these little guys. I think I like those on there. I think we're gonna add some stamped clouds in here. We'll just stick some dimensionals on here. Some vellum clouds would be nice, but vellum is not current, as I currently learned. So we're gonna use these guys because I stamped them. And why waste the little boogers? Okay, so we're gonna add one of these little baby ones. Dimensionals, they just run away. And so then I end up opening another one, and before you know it, you've opened like 5 packages of dimensionals. We're gonna use this weird tall cloud right here. He's just a weird, funny shape to me. All right, so now we have that done. We're gonna open this up on the inside, and we're going to remember how this lays. So if we want this piece up here, and this part is going in the crease, we need to line our triangle up so that the angle is in the right corner. Whoopsie. Like that. So now we're going to cut this corner on the paper trimmer. I'm lining it up just like I did the other ones. And now it's going to fit here, and it has the border, and it's not going into the crease monkey glue. My clouds are going the right direction. I have a chunk of glue right there. I'm just going to smear it right there. And then underneath of our template, just do a little bit more on here. We live in Florida. We don't want it to fall apart. But our clouds will be going the right direction. I'm just gonna slide him into place like that. And then the same thing down here. So if you have to lay it here to remind yourself where the crease is and where you need to put your template so that you put it in the right corner. Well, correct corner. It's actually in the left corner. We're gonna do the same thing. Line up our template on the paper trimmer. Susan, if you were doing this for a class, you could totally cut all of these for them as long as you're using the same template. That way you're not having to pass it around. Okay. There's that one. Peel this guy off. He's going to be going the right direction because we used our template. And put him in the corner. And it just makes this cool like line on the inside. I think it looks cool anyway. And then we're going to stick an airplane, and I think we're going to do a big airplane. I think we're going to do this one. That way we don't have to build another one. Or, yeah, I think we're going to do that. We're going to do this guy. So this is the stamped one. I colored him with some of the boho blue blends and some Night of Navy and some smoky slate. And then we're going to dimensional him up here in this triangle so that when we open up our card, he's going to look like he's flying out at us. This one you just have to make sure that when, I may have put too many dimensionals. You just want to make sure he's not falling into the corner. And he's actually, that was the perfect spot, I think. I said that and then it decided to not work. Okay, I think it's good. This is one of those cards where you need to really take your bone folder and make sure you burnish those edges so that it folds nicely and smoothly. Ta-da! You just want to make sure that when you close the card, your airplane's not sticking out the sides. That way you still fit in an envelope. And then you want to make sure he's not creasing into the edges because then he's going to wrinkle up. So then you have that. So cute. And then we have this little label dude that I didn't use. So we have You're the Best, plain and simple on the front. And then let's do Happy Birthday. So pluck that guy off. Get our happy birthday out. And we can do, where did my Night of Navy go? There it is. Our Night of Navy. Super helpful if you put your stickers on your stamps, but I did not. So we're just gonna wing it. And look at that, it's perfect. I'm just gonna trim it down just a little bit because it was just a little bit too thick. And then just cut that edge off. And we're gonna dimensional this one. This one is one of our thicker, it's a thicker card, and that's okay. It's just extra special. Ta-da! And you could add some gems in here if you really wanted to, but I think it works just the way it is. All right, so there's that one. I'm trying to think, did I have another one? I did do this one. So this one, these note cards were, I think, a celebration item this last time, but they were super cute and I just liked the colors. And so this is just a sample, but just super simple layout. It's just die cut pieces slap a little airplane in the middle, and it's super cute. And then we just took that edge right there. There's that one. This is the one we just did. We have our little moving one like this. I just thought he was cute. He didn't quite do exactly what I wanted him to do, but it was still turned out pretty good, I think. That one. And then we did, oh yeah, this one. I liked this guy too. Our little jiggly around one. And then all of our little baby note cards. I think this one's my favorite. There's a glue dot on the back of it. But I love just building that airplane and adding some words. And just, it's a sweet little card. And that one. And that one. Just super, super cute. This was just a really easy one to work with, and it just didn't take, it really doesn't have to be super complicated. Oh. Thanks, Jane. We're gonna keep it sweet and simple tonight. I feel like this was a lot of little samples, and they were interactive too, but they were super good, super simple. If you guys have any questions about this catalog launch or anything that you want to see, just let us know. We appreciate all of you guys, you know, hopping on and watching with us and commenting and doing all of the little posts that we have throughout the week. I'm not the best at posting in there, but everybody else is doing amazing about keeping up with those engagement posts, and do the scavenger hunt and do your card, the card sketch challenge. It's gonna be so much fun to see everybody's creations. But other than that, I think that's it for tonight. We'll have more to show you guys tomorrow, and we hope to see you again. You guys have a good night. Bye. Ooh, I don't know how to stop it when you're on YouTube. How do we stop it?
Push the X.
Oh, X. All right, it's gonna jiggle for just a second.